Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a what sold last week. So this is my top sales from May 1st through May 7th. So I've got top 10 sales to share with you. And I'm also gonna throw in a few surprising sales after, just to kind of keep it transparent. Some of these are good, some of these were not so good, but just throw in a few of those as well. And at the very end, I'm going to talk about a weird thing that happened on Poshmark. I haven't heard anyone talk about it. Maybe everyone knows that this change happened, but it's a first for me. I haven't been consuming a lot of reseller content, so I'm not sure. I thought I would share, and hopefully it's helpful to know about. So if you aren't subscribed and you like reseller content, definitely consider hitting the subscribe button down below. And if you like this video, hit the thumbs up, or what sold videos, hit the thumbs up, let me know so I continue doing them. All right, so before I jump in, I will say I don't have my numbers. So usually with my what sold videos, I do kind of a breakdown of numbers. So I'm trying to figure out how I can maintain doing what sold videos where I actually get them done, but also be transparent with my numbers on the different platforms that I sell on. And so this is just going to highlight some top sales. I think every month I'll also do kind of a recap of how I did that month. Not specific to items, but just in general numbers. So hopefully that works out. We'll give it a shot and see how everyone likes it. But this is just to highlight some items and pop in some pictures so you see what's selling for me at this moment. All right, so let's see. The top sale last week was actually the most incredible bag. One of my favorite finds, but kind of an unusual brand. This actually sold on Mercari. My top sale was on Mercari. I have about 100 items listed on Mercari. I'm testing it out for a month to see if it's a platform I want to try out or continue with. I have sold 4 things in 5 or 6 days. I think I'm gonna try and list more tonight and see if I can get past that 100 cap because the first sale was accepted yesterday. So I'm gonna try and see if I can list more. But this was actually a beautiful handmade bag. And I did pull up the brand website. I'm not going to do this with every item, but this was an unusual brand that I thought I would speak to. So I found this at a Goodwill in Los Angeles. I did pay regular price. I want to say it was around the $7 or $8 mark. It was a raw leather bag. And let's see. Actually, this bag, a notification just popped up. I just shipped it out today. And the notification from Mercari just popped up as I was speaking that it's shipping. So the tracking just went into effect. But so this is by a company called By Elke. I'll pop in something. And what it said on the tag was Handmade by Elke. Elke is E-L-K-E. And when I found it, I couldn't find many comps. I did see the brand. Their bags are one of a kind, handmade in Colorado. And I priced it at $99 on both Poshmark and eBay. And it's been sitting for over 6 months. I just can't seem to move it. Now, I couldn't quite figure out what the brand was. Was the brand title Handmade by Elke? Was it just by Elke? Was it just Elke? I couldn't figure it out. I also don't think, because it's such a specific specialty shop, I don't think a lot of people know about it. But 100% highly recommend based on this one bag. It's not my style of bag, or I would have kept it 100% because it was just so amazing. But their bags range from $200 to $400, most of them, some outliers. But just if you are looking for a really unique bag, one of a kind, handmade, maybe a gift, check out their site. It's byelke.com. I'll try and remember to link it below, but highly recommend the quality of this bag. But it sold on Mercari in a few days, and she sent me an offer of $68. I do have the free shipping turn on with Mercari. So after you remove the shipping, which I think was about $11, it was basically, half of what I originally listed it for, but I didn't know really how to list it and how to price it. And it wasn't selling on eBay or Poshmark. So I accepted the offer. I did price it a little lower on Mercari. I think I did the price drop thing, and so that's why it was lower than the other 2 platforms. But anyways, really happy with the sale. Most of my sales on Mercari have been low except this. So let's hope that this is a good sign for Mercari. But absolutely beautiful bag. I'm so glad it's going to a new home. And I think I'm going to miss having it around because I loved that find. So, all right, number 2 was I think this is the second highest. Okay, was a $50 item. This was on eBay. It was a beautiful Lafayette 148 pink dress. This, I believe, was a size 12, so it was a really good size. It had, I'll pop in the picture, but really fun color, bright. Lafayette 148 is one of those mixed brands for me, but I do pick it up if I can get it for a reasonable price, if I like the size, if I like the style. And this one took a while to sell. It took a few months to sell, but it did sell on eBay for $50. I also just noticed my sun from one of my skylights is going to be phasing this way, so we might have to adjust, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So anyways, it sold for $50. The buyer did pay shipping, and I'm really happy with that sale. All right, number 3, I believe. I didn't put these in order. Yes, number 3 was actually on Poshmark. This was a $48 sale, so obviously they paid shipping for this as well. This was a Lululemon jacket for men. It was a black full zip, pretty basic. I could not find the style of this, and I looked at Lulu Fanatics. I probably spent close to an hour looking, and I could not find the style anywhere. So I just kind of listed simple without a style name, but it still sold within a couple months. I did pick this up on one of my last thrift trips, so I've only had it for a couple months. It sold for $48, and yeah, happy about that. All right, next up is a unusual thing for me to sell. So this was oh my gosh. Like, what are those things? I did not write down what it actually is. It's like headphones, or when you go in a plane and you want to talk to the pilot. I don't know, those things, headphones. But it was a brand, these mint green. The brand was called David Clark. These are kind of a trendy looking, vintage inspired headphones, and they do have a really strong resale value. I actually have 2 of them. One of them I need to try and get some goo off. It has like residue on it, and I just haven't worked on it. I should get on that. This other pair I've had listed, it was broken, and I disclosed the broken part and tried to describe they were untested, they were broken, I'm selling as is. I had these listed for $100 for a few months, and I was getting a lot of viewers, but no offers. And finally I had an offer of $45. I typically decline anything under 50% of what I'm asking, but because this did have some damage and it has been a few months, I just decided to accept it. It's not my expertise. Clothing I'm pretty confident in. Headphones for planes, I'm not. So anyways, they paid shipping, and I got those shipped out today, and I was really happy about that. All right, next up, I'm trying to keep in order, but man, oh man, I don't think I'm doing a good job. I think because, yeah. All right, next up was a bundle. I don't know what the breakdown was for the 2 items, but this is actually a bundle for someone who has made multiple purchases from me. And shout out, she is so sweet. She's always sent really reasonable offers. Now I have a bundle discount automatically applied for bundles of 30%. So she doesn't even really send offers anymore. But Vicky, thank you so much for this purchase. I actually think I noticed I'm filming today, but I noticed she may have bought some boots for my personal closet that I just listed. So I haven't gotten those shipped out, and they had some wear, so they weren't a high dollar amount, but she bought a black dress of mine in this bundle and a pair of Vince sandals. And the black dress was new with tags. I bought it as a possibility for a wedding last year. I didn't wear it to the wedding. This was probably hands down one of my favorite dresses I've picked up. It was from Nordstrom Rack. It was new with tags. I wanted to keep it because I'm like, when you find a black dress you love the fit of, you're going to always have some event pop up that you need a black dress. But I just was going through my closet during all the quarantine stuff and decided I probably won't be going to any, events that I need to wear this anytime soon. So I decided to sell it. And so she got that. And then she got a pair of Vince sandals. These were adorable. She ironically, she has the same size foot as me as well. These were not my shoes, but I had those for a couple months, and they were adorable and perfect for the season. So anyways, that bundle was $75, and I was very happy about that. So thank you, Vicky, as always, for the purchase. All right, next up was a pair of 7 for All Mankind jeans. I've had these jeans for a few months, probably closer to 6 months. I don't know the exact time frame. These were a straight leg, raw hem. I think they were ankle length, very trendy for right now, but I do not typically pick up 7 for All Mankind really anymore. If it's really cheap and I like the style or the size, maybe, and I did like this, but I was not having any interest. And then all of a sudden someone came in, bought them full price. So these sold for $44.48 on eBay. And I got those shipped off and I was just, wow, I love a full price sale. I do. So yeah. All right, next up, I think this was a little backwards, but it was an Alice and Olivia black and cream dress, black and ivory dress. And it just had this ivory stripe down the middle. It was sleeveless. It was kind of flowy. And anyways, it sold for $44.69 on eBay. And I believe that was also full price. So yeah, keep them coming. Okay, next up was a really surprising one for me. These had, this was a shirt by Tommy Jeans, a brand I don't typically pick up. I think I maybe got this at a Dollar Day or something, and it had the big Tommy Jeans logo on the back. So I decided to give it a shot. It had some distressing and some wear. I disclosed all of that. But this person came in with a full price purchase of $38 on Poshmark, and it was long sleeve, button down. So maybe they're just a really big Tommy fan, but yeah, I was happy with that. So next up was another Poshmark purchase that was a collaboration of this brand called Melissa with Sebastian, or X, like, yeah. I'm assuming it's a collaboration. And there were these kind of plastic red shoes. Very unusual. I picked these up in LA a few months ago. I did list them without cleaning them up, but when I sold them for full price, I decided I'm gonna put a little effort in, take a magic eraser and clean up the plastic a little bit because there were some scuffs. So they sold for $44. They did take a couple months to sell, but the comps were very mixed on this, and I aimed high and then they sold full price. So I'm very happy with that. And then the last item was a Spirit jersey. This was actually from a men's ThredUp rescue box. It was an immense box, but it was women's item. It was a Spirit jersey. It said, I can't remember the graphic on it, but I'll try and show the picture. But a very oversized, kind of one of those ones that you'd wear with a pair of shorts on the beach when it's a little bit, breezy. I don't know. Anyways, it sold for $30 on Poshmark, and it only took a few weeks to sell. So very happy about that. And that was an offer that was sent to me. So, all right, moving on to a couple surprising sales. The first one was a pair of Doc Marten boots. Now, I picked these up at the bins a while ago, probably 8 or 9 months ago. And I was excited. I was having luck selling Doc Martens, and I didn't realize they were a kid's size. They looked like a small women's size, but they were actually a kid's size. So I did get some interest. I got a couple host picks. I mean, people seem to like them, but they ended up selling for $20. They were brown. They had a couple scuff marks, but they were just a classic Doc Marten boot. So they sold for $20 on Poshmark. Happy they're finally gone because I'm just not liking storing shoes, but I was just surprised they took so long to sell. So next was one of my favorite items that I probably wouldn't pick up today because I don't know. I did not have this cross-listed to eBay. This was before I sold on eBay, so I only had it on Poshmark. It was one of my oldest items, so I've had it for almost a year and a half, almost 2 years probably. So I picked it up for style. It was this beautiful jacket, fall colors, absolutely loved it. If it were my size, I would have kept it. It was Coldwater Creek, and I have sold Coldwater Creek, not for much money, but I have in the past. And I wanna say this was like a size 6 or something. I could not get this to move. And finally I got an offer. I think I had it listed for like $12 when I got an offer, and someone gave me an offer of $8 and I was like, take it. I don't care. Just because it's been around for 2 years and clearly it was a bad buy and I just want to recoup my money, which is all I did. So I probably maybe lost a little bit on that because I wasn't shopping at the bins at that time. So next up, similar, $8 sale on Poshmark. This was also before I started selling on eBay, so I never got it cross-listed. I remember finding this jacket and I was like, it's real leather, it's suede, it's blue, it's Chico's. It was probably a $150 jacket originally. And I could not sell it for the life of me. I sold it for $8 on Poshmark. I hope the person likes it because I think it's a really great jacket, but it's also been around for 2 years in my closet. So time to go. The next surprising sales were 2 purses. And the reason these surprised me was these were in a box. Yeah, the lighting is getting questionable, but these were in a box that I, for some reason, had in my mom's storage unit. And when all the quarantine stuff was happening, she actually realized that there was some stuff that I had put in there. She's like, hey, do you want this stuff? Absolutely. So this was a relic bag. I think maybe I thought I was going to sell it at a yard sale, and maybe I pulled it or couldn't sell it and thought I'd try online or something to that effect. But it was a relic bag. I have sold a couple times. It doesn't go for much. This one sold for $19 on eBay with shipping, but it sold within a couple days. And that blew me away. And then the other one was B. Mikowski. That sold for $29. This also was from this storage unit. So it's probably been there for over a year, just sitting, and they both sold within a couple days on eBay for a great return. So yeah, get that stuff listed. Even if you don't think it will sell, it might sell. So, all right, next surprising sale. I bought 2 identical dresses at a Goodwill right before quarantine. So one of my last trips, I bought them at $1 a day. So I decided to take a chance on them, and they were kind of just casual maxi length or full length. They were sleeveless, but they were kind of like a jumper or kind of like overall look with buttons up here, I think, but it was a dress and just a very casual dress. Anyways, one sold for, both of them ended up selling. One sold because of an offer and the other sold full price, which was Amy K. Sue, and then it said Nordstrom on the tag. Some people listed these as vintage. I couldn't verify that, so I didn't say that it was vintage, but one sold for $39 and that sold within a few days. And then the other one sold for $20-something a week or 2 later. And so very happy I took a chance on those because yeah, they sold pretty quick. And then the last surprising sale was a piece of jewelry that was, I think my mom was going to put in her antique booth, and then she's like, just take this jewelry, you need to list stuff. And so I took it along with some other jewelry, and this one sold within a couple days for my full price. I only listed it for $9.99, but it was this little rose, little brooch or pin or something. Anyways, it sold for full price within a couple days, and yeah, so very happy with that because it was free. And then the last thing I just wanted to address, I did have one case open against me on Poshmark. This occasionally happens. This was a wallet that I thought the pictures did show the wear. Oh man, we're gonna ignore the bright lights. I wish I could, yeah. But the person opened up a case and they said it didn't snap correctly and that it had more wear than they assumed. Now, it only sold for, I think, $13 or something, or $12. So it was not a valuable sale. I'm pretty sure I picked this up at the bins. It had this little eye detail. I thought the pictures showed the wear, but clearly I could have probably done more to describe it. And I didn't know that the snap wasn't working. I don't think it's that it didn't work. I just think the note said that it wasn't working well or something. Anyway, so she opened the case. I didn't respond. I just knew that Poshmark would just side in her favor. I'd get the item back, and that's fine. These don't happen that often. It doesn't bother me. This one, however, I got an email the next day from Poshmark that said, we've decided to side on both of your favor. And so they refunded the buyer, but they also paid me. Now, I know Amber Resell sent me a message, and she made a purchase on Mercari and said that they did that with an item she got that was damaged, was not described as damaged. She contacted Mercari and they refunded her and let her keep the item. And she thought that was really strange, but it was a cheaper item. So she thought maybe they're doing this now on Mercari. Well, maybe they're doing this on Poshmark now too. If it's under a certain dollar amount, maybe they're just letting the person keep it, save the hassle of shipping and the time. I don't know, but I was really surprised about it. But I thought it was a really good customer experience on both sides because I got paid, she got refunded, she gets to keep the item, and so hopefully she is satisfied with that experience, and I didn't lift a finger. So, I mean, it obviously bothers me that she wasn't happy with the item, but I think the resolution that Poshmark did was actually a really great one. So, and I don't mind returns. If someone's not happy, I don't mind them on any platform. So anyways, that's my sales from last week. I will maybe yeah, keep an eye out. Maybe try the monthly videos where I kind of disclose more of the numbers. But I hope everyone's doing well. Give the video a thumbs up. Apologies for the light. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.